Hello and welcome back to the channel. I'm super stoked you guys are joining me today. We got a few things to do on the Forester. Back out here in the shop. This week's been pretty cool. I was able to return the lift and stand that occupied this space for so long to the gentleman that let me borrow it. Arthur, if you watch this, super appreciate you letting me use your stuff. So I got some space back through there this week. We got some pieces in the mail. That is the Denso connectors that I need for the pigtails that I'm running from the injectors to the stock wiring harness. We have our turbo oil feed line that needs to be ran, and a couple of nitpicky things I got to get on. One being the little dust boot that goes here for the shifting fork. Got to get it put on. Just a bunch of little stuff. So that'll be pretty cool. All right, so let's jump into this. I suppose for starters, I can kind of get this section cleaned up where I'll be working at for a little bit. Okay, so like I was saying, I got the new pigtails in. This got the proper Denso connector on it. So these are the pigtails that I ordered. I forgot which company I got them from. It doesn't really matter. But it said that the Denso connector here was for all Subarus, and it definitely does not fit the stock injector connector on my wiring harness. So a couple of differences being this is the piece that I need, the JECS style connector. I don't know if my camera's really picking that up or not. Let me get around here where I can see. So if you notice, there are two little pieces here on each side, and they're offset. These ones are not offset. And also the diameter, I guess you'd call it, of the connector is more open than here. The pins are just too far down in this one. So this is the connector we need. So what I'm going to be doing is depinning this to put it on this on here, and putting it on the car. Alright, this is a pretty simple process. There is a little catch right here, like a little clip, a securing clip that holds the pin in place. So what you do is take a pick or a really small screwdriver, or something that's pretty stiff. You're going to insert it into right there. You're going to pull back, and that releases the clip, and then you're going to pull the wire through. See, that's simple. Alright, so just a small recap for the connectors. If you're using the Injector Dynamics setup, you're going to need the US car connector to a male JECS Denso style connector. That will work on the wiring harness that comes with the Subarus, or at least for my specific model. I have the 2004 Forester. So again, US car to male JECS. That'll make your life a lot easier. Or I guess you could just repin the stock wiring harness. That'd probably be just as fast. Let's get these installed and move on to something different. So this angled piece is going to go into the top of the AVCS oil control module, and then the banjo fitting we put on the back side of here is going to go to the turbo. Alright, so I'm going to have to disconnect the fuel lines from the injector here, or not the injector, from the fuel rail. That'll just make removing this banjo bolt a lot easier. Again, I should have done this when it was on the stand, but I needed to get that dude's equipment back to him. I'd had it long enough. Take the double fitting here. This is going to go into where the banjo bolt came out of the AVCS oil control module, and then the feed line will sit on top of that. Make sure you use new crush washers, very important. Go ahead and check your torque specs. For that bolt, make sure it's torqued to what it needs to be torqued to, which is about 21 foot-pounds. Wouldn't you know, I don't have the correct size socket for that banjo bolt. That is a bummer. Well, I can show you what it looks like anyway. Alright, so here it is. It's put on, ran through here. This hose is a little bit longer than I would like, but whatever. And then ran back under to the turbo. So I'll snug that down later this afternoon. I'll go pick up a different socket. But as you can see, the Injector Dynamics rail right here, where it is for the oil feed, is super, super tight. So hooking this fuel line back up is probably going to be a lot of fun. So I'm going to go ahead and move over to the clutch fork, put that dust boot on it, and alright, finishing up today's little bit of work on the Forester. We're going to go ahead and install this little dust boot that goes over the shifting fork here. I'm just going to remove the solenoid right here and slide the boot over the fork, and it'll be good to go. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, that's going to wrap up today's video. I know it's short and sweet, but that's all I got time for today. I got a couple of other engagements for this afternoon. So, just a small recap. We got the dust boot on here For the shifting fork, we got our Denso connectors hooked into our pigtails and plugged in to the wiring harness like they need to be, and we also got our oil supply line hooked in as it needs to be. There's just one more piece I need to put on. Really simple. It's a cap. It goes on the old oil supply line for the turbo. You simply just screw it on and tighten it down. I'm going to put some sealant in it just to make double sure it doesn't leak, and obviously monitor it whenever I get this thing to start up. Some upcoming things in the next couple videos. I ordered an AOS from IAG. It should be here sometime this coming week, maybe. That would be great. And I also picked up a new downpipe from a local guy around here that was getting rid of some. So again, I've said it in like probably the last 2 or 3 videos. It's very close for our first startup, and I cannot wait to start working all the little kinks out that it's going to have, most likely. Anyway, if you like this video, go ahead and smash that thumbs up button, and if you're not subscribed, go ahead and remember to hit that subscribe button just to keep up with this build and the coming first start. Hope you guys enjoy the rest of your afternoon, morning, day, night, whatever it is for you, and I will catch you guys in the next video. Later.